Hey, this is Navid from Oud for Guitarists. Today I want to show you some of the differences between two Ouds made by Yildirim Palabiyik. Cheaper model, the Sultan Plus Oud, and the more expensive model, NVG 300. These Ouds are both worked on by Yildirim Palabiyik, and they're both sold by Sultan Instruments in Izmir, Turkey. And I really like both of these Ouds, but I want to discuss some of the sound differences. I want you to hear the sound difference back to back and see some of the differences and similarities between these instruments to help you kind of choose what Oud you want to buy. This Oud is on sale right now this weekend and it's on for a good price, $9.99. It's usually sold for $1,500. This Oud, it sells for $2,500 about. And so this is two Ouds, entry-level Yildirim Palabiyik, and this is a more fancier NVG 300, Sultan Plus NVG 300. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into it. So the Sultan Plus, let's talk about the similarities between the Sultan Plus and the Yildirim Palabiyik higher end models. First of all, they both have cedar soundboards. They both have ebony fingerboards, and they have ebony pegs. So these are important for tunability and smooth playing and good sound. The cedar soundboard, they are very sweet from the get-go, so they have a great warm sound, and that's pretty much the similarities between them. This is a bit more simple design. The Sultan Plus has walnut and mahogany back bowl. Sometimes they do just make completely walnut bowls for these instruments, but generally they mix. Let's talk about the differences now. Immediately when you hold the NVG 300, you feel a little bit more weight to the instrument. It's got a wenge back and some inlay here on the fingerboard. This is really nice. It feels very luxurious. The finish on the Oud is glossy, and on the finish on the other Oud is a matte finish. They both have a very light finish on the soundboard. However, on this NVG 300, it's a very light finish, lighter than actually on the Sultan Plus. I prefer a lighter finish or no finish at all on my Ouds. The rosettes, this design was chosen for my series of Oud, the NVG 300. It's got the random shapes of inlay, and this is mother of pearl inlay. The ebony fingerboard definitely is a higher grade on the higher model instruments. Definitely the cedar is also a higher grade cedar, and then the ebony finger pegs, they feel a little bit different. They feel a little bit more luxurious than the Sultan Plus, but its nice thing is that they're both ebony, so you get a cheaper Oud there, but you still get ebony fingerboard and ebony pegs, which is a great way to go for Ouds. All in all, the feel is more luxurious for this higher end instrument. Now let's get into how they sound. Very punchy highs. Right away, it has a strong sound. You really feel like this is an Oud. Everything you can hear very clearly. The low bass is very punchy. plastic risha. You want to hear the cow horn. Nice sound. Now let's hear the NVG 300. As soon as you play the NVG 300, you feel a big difference in sophistication. The sound, it has a lot more finesse. You still get the same punchiness in the high end and the punchiness in the bass. I really like that, but you get a lot more sophistication with the NVG 300. So it's really the difference between these instruments is all in the details. The finish, you feel a lot more luxurious finish with these ouds. There's a little bit more weight to the instrument. Playability is a little bit nicer. The sound just kind of takes you away, and I really like how they all sound. This is with the plastic risha, cow horn. So yeah, the Sultan Plus Oud is a great deal for anyone who is beginning to play the oud or is an intermediate oud player, wants to upgrade from their beginner student instrument, or a professional who needs a backup instrument, a really sturdy backup instrument. I really enjoy this one. I really like how punchy the highs are, I really like the playability. Everything about it's great, and I highly recommend it. Right now you can get it for $9.99 when you buy it through my website. You can click the link in the description to learn more. And you also get included the foundation program, the Oud foundation program levels 1 to 4, especially if you're a beginner. This is a great deal. You get that for free included in the price. Yeah, so check that link out in the description if you want to learn more. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got a little bit more insight into the different levels of oud, especially when you're talking about different price point by the same maker or the same company making the same instruments. So hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.